Hey, you guys, welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki, and today I'm bringing opportunities for advertisement on my channel. If anyone is interested, they can email us at naughtylove2020 at gmail.com. Our prices are affordable and reasonable, and please reach out to us. We can start our videos with any commercials that you would like us to advertise. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out. One. Hey, you guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your host, Nikki, bring you the latest and trending topics. And I vlog my life from time to time. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling this morning? I'm so happy you guys can join me. So today we're going to get into a variety of trending topics. We're going to get into the Chris Brown lawsuit. We're going to get into Sofia Vergara's divorce, updates on the Carlee Russell case, Sukiana acting a whole fool, and we're going to get into Tokyo Tony being banned from Starbucks. It is crazy out here. But before we get into it, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, and that bell button so that you can be notified when I update content to my channel. Also, leave comments and share my content on your different social media platforms. All of these things help the channel to grow. And last but not least, donations are appreciated, okay? It helps us with equipment and subscriptions and things like that. And I appreciate all my subs, my new ones, my old ones, my people that have been rocking with me since day one. I appreciate you all. So let me say what's up with the people. I'll drop the intro and we'll get into it. Good morning, Marcella. Thank you. Thank you so much. Make sure you go to Speak With Your Girl, Marcella, and subscribe. She always has great quality content. And I was really happy to see you and your husband yesterday. I thought that was fly. Hey, Latoya, girlfriend, what's going on? What's up, Sparkle? Sparkle, okay? This Saturday, I have an interview with Sparkle. Sparkle's going to spill all the deets, all the hot tea, okay? So make sure y'all join us Saturday at 5. I'll be posting on my community tab, so it'll be a reminder. Everyone can make sure their notifications are on. Yes, good morning to everybody. Good morning, Shay B. Good morning, Michelle. Miss you, girl. Good morning, Melanated Drip. Love you all. I swear to God, I hope you all are having a wonderful, blessed day so far. So I'm going to drop this intro and we're going to jump into these trending topics. So chill. So much going on. Yes. Hey, Kim Delivered. And I'm so sorry, Sparkle. Make sure you go over to Sparkle's channel. Like, I swear, if you need a good hoot and a holler, Sparkle is the channel for you. Because master of readers. Okay. Thank you for stopping by, Sparkle. I appreciate you. Seriously. So let's jump into it. I'm gonna start off with the Chris Brown lawsuit, y'all. Okay, because this Chris Brown, he can't win. All right. And I was looking at a People article this morning of the timeline of all the allegations and lawsuits that has pursued with Chris Brown through the years. And might as well add one on to it. Shout out to Hip Hop DX for dropping this article. So Chris Brown scores a small win in the $71 million dog attack lawsuit trial, and it gets pushed back. So Chris Brown has scored a small win in a pending lawsuit against him, but he shouldn't declare victory just yet. So court documents obtained by Radar Online reveals that Brown's legal team asked the Los Angeles Superior Court to push back the trial date for pending dog bite lawsuit from September of 2023 to December of 2023. Brown's legal team argued that the housekeeper who brought the suit against him would not be harmed by the date being pushed back. What does that mean? Has she been receiving threats? Crazy over a dog bite? What's more, Brown's team argued that the housekeeper who was bitten is still being treated for her injuries under her workers' compensation claim, which means the team is unable to gather key evidence needed for them to proceed with the trial. So the judge presiding over the case granted the motion. So though Radar didn't reveal the plaintiff's name, a previous report by People revealed that the suit was being brought by Chris Brown's former housekeeper, Patricia Avila, who claimed that one of Brown's two dogs attacked her sister, Maria, while the pair were tending to the singer's house back in 2020. So the dog in question is a Caucasian Arvcharka, excuse me if I'm pronouncing that wrong, allegedly growled at Maria and proceeded to viciously attack her when she went into the backyard to empty the vacuum. So Patricia, see, look, let me tell y'all something. Dogs do not like vacuums. They do not. And that vacuum probably triggered that dog. Seriously. All right. So Patricia allegedly ran outside where she found her sister covered in blood while she was screaming and crying for help. Brown then personally made the 911 call, with Patricia saying Maria was left with injuries around her eye, bites on her legs, and inches of skin missing from her arms. The injuries led her to spending several days in the hospital requiring 2 surgeries. The large dog allegedly attacked her can weigh between 110 to 200 pounds. Prior to the incident, the dogs had apparently been kept in another part of the property where the housekeeper didn't see them. So the lawsuit also states Patricia suffered severe emotional distress, including post-traumatic stress disorder, of course, severe anxiety, depression, and panic attacks. As a result of this, she is reluctant to leave her home and cannot stop reliving the pain that she experienced as she watched her sister suffer through horrendous attacks that day. So while Chris Brown is claiming that the dog attacked the housekeeper after the pair provoked him, California is what's known as a strict liability state. So according to forms, this means that the dog owner is responsible for all dog bites as long as the bite happens either on public property, such as a park, or on private property where the victims were authorized to be there. So trespassers and other authorized visitors to private property are not covered by the strict liability rule. It's worth nothing. However, the valid defense against the strict liability rule is if the victim provoked the dog and was fully and partly responsible for the incident, which Chris Brown is claiming as a defense. Wow, Naughty Crew. What do y'all think it is? What do y'all think? Y'all think Chris is liable, or you think he's trying to deflect? Or maybe he has video footage of what happened in the incident. But regardless, I still feel like Chris is responsible for her medical bills and things like that, and for her to get treatment. Because my daughter was attacked by a dog, and it took her a minute to get over that and to be like comfortable around dogs again. Like, it's a traumatic experience. It really is. But Chris Brown cannot win, y'all. Chris Brown has a history of legal battles behind him. He does. From SA allegations. He's a known bad boy in the industry. Now, he can't help how his dogs reacted. He cannot help it. But at the end of the day, he's still liable, if you ask me. It happened on his property. He's been accused of all. See here, People Magazine published it, a timeline of all his legal troubles. It's crazy. All right. And it started back when in February 8th of 2009, Chris Brown physically A Rihanna. We all remember that. Okay. June of 2010, Chris Brown is denied a visa to the UK over the A allegations against Rihanna. March 22nd of 2011, Chris Brown allegedly had a meltdown backstage. All right. Brown was asked about the incident where Rihanna and the singer allegedly blew up in his dressing room during a commercial break and threw a chair through the window. Remember that. Cannot have public temper tantrums like this. It's not okay. In 2012, Chris Brown is involved in a New York City nightclub brawl with Drake. Okay, remember that incident? 2012, he also tested positive for marijuana. See, back then it wasn't legal in a lot of places. October to November of 2012, Chris Brown violates his restraining order. Brown attended a Halloween party dressed as an Islamic terrorist. Rihanna was also present at the party, which was a violating of the restraining order taken out against Brown in the wake of the A word. Okay. Then on 2013, Chris Brown clashes with Frank Ocean. Brown and his entourage clashed with fellow singer-songwriter Ocean and his group outside of West Hollywood recording studio, reportedly over a parking space. Okay, he has a history of temper tantrums, and it's not okay. His probation was revoked in 2013. And then on October 27th of 2013, Chris Brown, he was arrested for felony assault. It was a physical altercation with two men at the W Hotel. Okay. Okay. October of 2013, Chris Brown enters rehab, as he should. This is probably the fuel behind all his rage. 2014, Chris Brown is diagnosed with bipolar disorder and post-traumatic stress disorder. All right. March 2014, Chris Brown is kicked out of a Malibu treatment facility, so he won't accept the help. And then June of 2014, Chris Brown is granted early release from jail because he violated his probation, but he still had to remain. Then September of 2014, Chris Brown pleads guilty to assault. 2015, Chris Brown probation is revoked. Then on February of 2015, Chris Brown says he was banned from entering Canada. Then in 2015, Chris Brown allegedly hits a man in Las Vegas. The list goes on and on. I'll put the link in my description box, you guys. If you want to, his rap sheet is extensive. It's extensive. And people, unfortunately, are going to play on it. Yeah, workers' comp is covering her medical. But do you feel like, well, that's why he has that insurance. Yes, Michelle, I agree. Chris will always get the worst no matter what happens. He just have that reputation now. He does. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, Latoya. They keep messing with him along with his alleged drug use. And yes, men around him is not a good combination. Unfortunately, he has the MJ curse. Seriously. But every time we try to forgive you, Chris, it's something else. And the last incident that we reported on was the alleged incident that happened at the skating ring with Usher, and it's just like, clean up this mess, Chris. Clean up this mess. I say stop postponing it and get it over with. Seriously. Or just settle. Just settle. You're going to pay more in legal fees delaying it. This settle. All right. So the next thing I want to get into. So Jay-Z lyrics are in front of a Brooklyn library now. Brooklyn Public Library. So all his lyrics are posted. And guys, I think I'm going to go vlog this for y'all. I think I want to see it. Seriously. Because it's a free exhibit. And I just want to see what it's about. Hov got a lot of lyrics, you know. He's made his mark on music despite how he got it. All right. I believe he's an a-hole in real life. No, you know what? I think Latoya Chris needs to take a break, like a year off, go to like one of these peaceful retreats and recenter himself, seriously, and cleanse his soul. But he has his kids, so he really can't take a year off. But they can come visit him. They can come visit him then. So let me know what y'all think about Jay-Z lyrics being posted on the Brooklyn Public Library. Book of Hove, okay? Book of Hove. But let me know if y'all want me to go vlog it for y'all. It's a free exhibit. And you know I got family over in Brooklyn or whatever, so it's nothing for me to hop on a train. Y'all let me know. But here is him and Blue Ivy arriving at the exhibit yesterday. But this is an honor for him. You know, it's a real surreal moment. Guys, I got a question. And maybe somebody else noticed it. But how come Jay-Z and Beyonce are never with the kids together? Latoya said not interested. I don't know. I like Jay-Z, but I like Nas better. I'm just saying. I like Nas better. That's just my preference. Nasia. I know, right? Only out with Blue Ivy. Don't you find it strange? You don't never see him and Beyonce with the kids together too much. With all the kids. And I know Choke No Joke pointed out, like when she was touring over in Europe, they were saying that they flew back in LAX and they caught footage. And Choke No Joke pointed out, like, that's not Beyonce. That's a clone or whatever you want to call it. It's strange. Yeah, I love Nas. I love Nas. Did y'all see Nas' performance at the Kennedy Center? Dope. Dope. Live orchestra behind him, real classy. Like, I just love Nas come up. And he ain't even graduate from high school, okay? They told their father, like, it's not worth it to go to high school. Like, it's like being in jail. It's very strange, Shay B. I just wanted to know if I was the only one that noticed that they are not. They don't never be with the kids together. It's weird. It's weird. All right. So general consensus, y'all don't want me to go over to the exhibit. That's fine. That is fine. All right. Up next, Sukiana is over in Great Britain acting a whole fool. And you know, this is why people don't be messing with Americans over there like that, because of behavior like this. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. I'm so over her. I'm so over her. So why would Sukiana say this in front of these British people? Seriously, because she don't have no class. That's why. Here we go.
Stretch. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched and eat a nigga ass. Eat a nigga ass. We be eating niggas ass today in London. Period, baby. I'm trying to get this coochie stretched. Okay. The bitch is there.
And then she posed how I look fully dressed. Ma'am, you are trash. You are trash in the way you behave. She is trash. And then you get mad because people treat you the way they do. I'm so sick of the old culture. It's old. It's old. And then when you want to clean up your image, nobody's going to take you serious. And August Alsina said it best, guys. Look, August Alsina, I'm so sick of this trash behavior. Look, He said, pretty girls with natural bodies and regular jobs are still winning. Don't let social media ish fool you. Drop a heart, okay? They think it's cute. She is an embarrassment. Hey James, welcome King. She is an embarrassment, and you wonder why you get treated the way you do. It's not okay the way she acts. It's not okay. There's nothing trending about it. I'm tired of the HOE culture. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I don't care what you do in your bed. I really don't. I really don't need to know how you be eating a nigga. Yeah, I don't need to know that. I don't need to know that. The oversharing is on my last nerves. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. All right, up next, let's get into Sofia Vergara. She has filed for divorce from her husband. This is the season of divorce, child, okay? Her husband, Joe Manganiello, filed for divorce after 7 years of marriage. Shout out to the Shade Room for dropping this. So in a joint statement, the estranged couple asked for privacy everybody asked for privacy, but making a public statement. Like, don't even just talk about it. Just don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. So they quote, we have made a difficult decision to divorce. As two people that love and care for one another very much, we politely ask for respect of our privacy at this time. As we navigate this new phase of our lives. Look, get divorced, be happy. You know what I mean? Like, it's seriously, especially when you go to other countries, Kim, especially when you go to other countries. People over in Europe ain't walking around talking about getting their cootie cat scratched, and it's nasty. It's nasty. It's nasty. But best wishes to Sofia Vergara. She's a beautiful woman. She still got it. I'm sure she'll have her another suitor in a heartbeat. Okay. All right. Let's get into the Carlee Russell case. So shout out to the neighborhood talks. Hoover police retracing Carlee Russell's tapes reportedly find no evidence she was followed. So Hoover, Alabama, Carlee Nicole Russell, 25-year-old black female who is 5'4", 150 to 160 pounds, who resides in Hoover, was reportedly missing July 13th. But she's been found alive, all right? And she was sent to the hospital for evaluation. All right, this is the post when she was missing, all right? All right, but we got FBI agents speaking out.
And a lot to unpack in this story. So let's welcome now former FBI Special Agent Stuart Kaplan. Stuart, thank you so much for being here. Let's dive right in. Police say this is an ongoing investigation. What are they doing right now to either validate or invalidate her story?
Well, I think certainly if you look at the physical evidence, and I would start obviously with the video evidence of the camera that picked up the car along the interstate. Certainly the camera or the video does not in any way show a toddler near or in any proximity to where she ultimately stopped. In fact, if you watch the video, she actually goes down the highway for a good distance before she finally comes to a stop. The first thing as an investigator, I think anybody could appreciate that if you saw a toddler in the middle of the night out there on an interstate, you would stop your car instantly and get out frantically and try to protect that child. The behavior of seeing the car continue down the highway, number one, is inconsistent with the belief that, in fact, there was a child along the road. Also, I think you would understand and appreciate and anticipate that other motorists would have made the same observations and would have called 911 or would have stopped their vehicles, obviously to render aid to this child in obviously grave danger. So those are the obvious direct evidence that I would have a problem with. I see this case, unfortunately, more as she may have been involved with someone else and maybe in order to have an alibi for where she was, I think we may see this case unravel in the days to come.
So, Stuart, how do investigators go about tracking her account, putting some of these pieces together?
Well, the first thing is the cell phone was left on the side of the road. And so, of course, it is my understanding that the phone will not offer any information with respect to after she apparently allegedly was abducted. However, the phone will be of importance to backtrack and see who she was talking to, who she was texting, and most importantly, in fact, we saw the advancement of this technology, the location services that are indicative now in all cell phones, where it can pinpoint with direct accuracy as to where she was at any particular time. They'll be able to go back and see where or whether or not, in fact, there's some validity to where she was coming from. I think they're going to look at that cell phone information. And then, of course, they're going to attempt to interview her and see whether or not the story that was alleged does it, in fact, pair up with the physical evidence. But again, that's to be seen. And again, the other obvious thing when we talk about direct evidence is that if someone was abducted, as soon as you would break free from your captive, you would not walk home. You would immediately go to the first person or the first house or the first someone and obviously get someone to call 911 and render assistance to you. This idea that you walked home is inconceivable. It's not believable, and it's not consistent with logic. And so that in and of itself is going to be a problem for her.
Boom. Okay. He just gave us a roadmap.
And a lot to unpack.
He just gave us a roadmap to how they're going to investigate this. Look, I'm glad she's safe, but the story just sounds too suspicious and all over the place. A lot of things don't add up. All right, we know she called 911, but she was the only caller. Like he said, it would have been several motorists that called in citing what they saw if they saw a child on the road. Even if you didn't want to pull over, okay, I'm going to call like, look, I just passed a child on the road. You may want to check this out and things like that. And he's right. It's suspicious. Like, if I'm in trouble, if I'm in danger, I'm going to the first place I can call 911. I'm not going all the way home. The story just seems really suspicious. And I just feel like a lot more details are going to come out in the next few days or so. Ooh, LaToya. She said, I hate to say this, but she going to jail. It's a lot of stuff not adding up. You know, and whether like her mental state was off and things like that, that's remained to be seen. You know, she did go to the hospital. I'm sure they evaluated, but like the math is not mathing here, you guys. It really isn't. And I wanted to present with the FBI how they look at it so we can have a logical roadmap to this, because you know, you're getting different postings from everyone with all their conspiracy theories and things like that. And I'm a person that likes to deal with the facts. And I felt like this FBI agent laid it out clearly. And cell phone records is going to tell it all. The cell phone records is going to tell it all. So I just wanted to present you guys with a little update on that case, because as you all know, it's been going viral. Up next, Ice Cube is dropping some words of wisdom, and I think it's facts. Straight up going, see, people, they love playing with law enforcement and wasting their time. It is not cool to do that, and that is a crime. That is a crime. That's why I can't stand when these YouTubers out here, they be playing with the police, doing fake wellness checks. You are taking away from somebody that is really in need of law enforcement, wasting their time for nonsense because you want to be number one on YouTube. Let your content speak for itself. If you're that good, your work will speak for itself, period. Stop wasting law enforcement's time, all right? So we're going to get into Ice Cube, dropping some words of wisdom, okay? We know he wise. Here we go. So shout out to the Neighborhood Talks. Ice Cube is saying all technology will make people lazier and less creative. Imagine we are going to put you in this sequel, whether you like it or not. This is the beginning of the end. Do y'all agree? So it looks like he's not feeling technology as much as everybody else is. You know, I just had this conversation when I was out last night. Sometimes I miss when times were simpler. I really do. I miss the days before technology when people actually communicate. Exactly, Latoya. She didn't learn from Jesse Smollett lying behind. So he's basically saying that how technology has had a negative impact on music. He believes it's going to make people more lazier and less creative. He also discussed the probabilities that can arise from businesses and corporations having possession of artificial intelligence in legal terms. Can you imagine as an actor if I decided not to do a sequel and the movie company said, we have the rights to your likeness. We're going to put you in on a sequel, whether you want to be or not. Do y'all feel like technology is taken away from creativity? I feel like it is. I feel like it is. I agree with Ice Cube. Technology has taken over. Oh, guys, I'm getting hot on this porch. Technology, I agree with him. I agree with him. And you know what? I was just glad that someone else shared my same sentiment. People want everything so fast now instead of working for it the natural way. Instant gratification will make you crash and burn fast. But I agree with him. I agree. I love it. Go ahead, Ice Cube. You know he only speak out when he really got something to say. All right. In Atlanta Housewives, this guy, I feel like this guy is so corny. I'm going to just tell y'all right now. I don't even like him on the show. It's just something very inauthentic about Ralph, Drew Sidora's husband. It's something inauthentic about her. But Ralph is dropping an apron line. Call me daddy in the kitchen. Would y'all cop an apron from Ralph? Hence the reason why they had this whole. I barely got through the episode of Atlanta Housewives, like big old snooze fest. I was just like, boo, boo, tomato the whole time. But the guys, the ladies were about to go away to Portugal for Sheree's trip or whatever. So the guys got together so that they can have like a peace kumbaya, work out all the issues so that they can have a good trip. And Michelle Gio said, heck no. He think he's so fine. He think he's so sexy. I think he's so corny. I think he's a major gaslighter. I do. Well, we're not here for it. We don't care about the apron. We do not care about the apron line. I'd rather press my own apron with Knotty Love on it. Oh, let me see. Oh, the last story I want to get into is Trey Songz. R. Kelly want to be behind. He the next R. Kelly. I don't know who I want to start with. Here we go. So Trey Songz demands essay lawsuit be tossed after witness reveals his accuser's lawyer allegedly offered her $200K to lie. I want him to be the next R. Kelly. So Trey Songz is demanding lawsuit that accused him of SA be tossed after a witness has testified in court that she was offered $200K by his accuser's lawyer, Ariel Mitchell, to lie in court. Now, neighbors, if you remember, we previously reported on a lawsuit involving the exact same lawyer in a court case dealing with Chris Brown. So the woman claimed Brown allegedly drugged and R-worded her after he ghosted her. If you also remember, Juhaira Jeffries was initially suing Songz after she claimed he SA'd her in a Miami nightclub. Jeffries said Songz met her at a gathering at Diddy's house where Songz then invited her and friends out to a club, which she says the singer digitally penetrated her without. Sorry guys, I just had to take a. How do you digitally penetrate somebody? Can somebody please? This is some bull. I'm gonna carry on. Okay. Upon rushing out of the nightclub into the Saints car, Songz reportedly kicked her out his vehicle. Jeffrey sued for $20 million in damages. So according to the documents obtained by Radar Online, a woman by the name of Mariah Dylan, who claimed to have been there with Jeffries the night of the incident, had a different story to tell. So according to Dylan, when Jeffries was in the car from the club on the way to Song's house, she was recording the singer on her cell phone. Song allegedly asked her to stop. After telling him no, his security reportedly escorted her out of the vehicle. So Thylon says Jeffrey even went as far as having Mitchell offer 100 to 100K or 100 to 200K to witnesses to change their testimony to match up with Jeffrey's. Thylon has reportedly testified in court that while out with Jeffrey's lawyer Mitchell for lunch, she said she was going to paint Trey as the next R. Kelly. She allegedly wanted other women to join and run to the blogs. Here's my thing. This is my problem with this story. And I'm not trying to victim shame or anything. How come nobody ever goes to the police and make a police report and press charges? How come we always go straight to the lawsuit, which tells me it's a money grab? But let me bring y'all back to the allegations that Keke Palmer made against him. He's a creep. But like I said, how come these chicks don't never go to the police? I mean, that's the natural order of things. You get assaulted, you go to the police, you make a report, you report the incident, you know what I mean? Press charges, let them get criminally prosecuted. Then if you want to sue. But Keke Palmer said it best. Like, how come they not Me Tooing the music industry? Seriously. That's all the topics I have for you guys today. If anybody wants to come up and sound off, we have a little bit of time. Please feel free. I dropped the link. We got into an update on Carlee Russell. The whole situation sounds suspicious, although I'm glad she is safe. The whole thing just doesn't make sense to me. And when it doesn't make sense, I'm just looking for facts. And I think that FBI agent laid it out perfectly. I could play it again. Oh, let me see if I can find that story, James. Now, Dubai is a strict country. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let me see. Let's find out together, James. Thanks for the story. Let me get her a chance to load up. So, American woman is detained and charged in Dubai for screaming in public, faces jail time. OM dream. So, screaming in public may be common in the U.S., but it's a much different story in Dubai. Unfortunately, Tiara Young Allen learned the hard way after attempting to retrieve personal items left in a rental car. The San Diego native was detained and charged with screaming in public. She's been stuck in the United Arab Emirates for 2 months. Really? And her family is terrified about her future. Oh my God. So, according to Fox 26, Allen was in a friend's rental car when they got into an accident in Dubai. Allen's mother, Tina Baxter, said her daughter went to the rental car company to get her ID, credit card, and other items left in the rental after the accident. That's when things escalated. She found out she could only receive those items if she paid an undisclosed amount of money. She dealt with a very aggressive individual, a young man there who was screaming at her. Did he get arrested? She told Fox 26, adding that led her 29-year-old daughter to raise her voice. So authorities in Dubai have taken Allen's passport and placed her under a travel ban while investigating the incident. Baxter said the situation is frightening, and as time goes on, Allen is beginning to realize the severity of the situation. The longer she's been there, for more reality has started to kick in. She's very emotional. There are some days I stay up all night crying, Baxter shared while holding back tears. So community activist Cornell X explained to Fox 26 that Dubai has strict law systems that is really based on theocracy, and law and customs are very different. They are. She is in jail for one reason and one reason alone. She raised her voice. In that country, a female is, I knew it had to do with female versus male. A female is not even allowed to raise her voice. If she raises her voice, it's punishable by jail time. So Cornell believes Allen doesn't deserve to be persecuted for yelling at the car company employee. In our opinion, she did not commit a crime. Don't punish women for doing the same things a man can do. Exactly, because it was a guy. But because she yelled at a guy, she gets arrested. It's not fair. So they reached out to the Dubai consulate and the American consulate. So Allen has an attorney in Dubai who has notified her she may be sentenced to jail time, thanks to the video of the incident. What the blood clot is going on? That's why I don't want to go to those Arab countries. I'm sorry. They look down. They feel like women should not have a voice in those countries. And that's why I would not visit those countries. I'm very upset about this in this day and age. Hey, Niqua, good morning. Everybody drop hearts in the comments for Niqua. She just had a very close loss in her family. So prayers goes out to Niqua and her family. I hope you all are getting through this and sticking together and holding each other up. Yeah, you do. They do not respect women in those countries. It's all good, Niqua. Most Arab countries have strict laws. Yeah, men don't tolerate disrespect from women at all. And that's the importance. Like when you travel to these different countries, you have to know the laws and you have to follow it. Look what happened to Brittany Griner over a weed pen. She lost what? How many years of her life? It's not worth it. But do y'all feel like she deserves like an extensive amount of time for this? I feel like Joe Biden, you need to step in. You need to step in, Joe. Uncle Joe, you need to go get our girl. You need to go get our girl because this is not right. And they didn't say how much jail time. They didn't say. That is crazy, James. Thank you for bringing me this story. Like, seriously. You got to understand the laws of the land when you travel. You have to understand the laws of the land. But over in those countries, Women are less than men. Men are up here, women are down here. I know I watched a documentary over in the Arabian countries. Like, a lot of the women are locked up because like they'll get tricked into having sex out of wedlock and stuff like that, and then the families will find out and they'll get the woman locked up, not the man. They'll get the woman locked up. That's how it is over there. That's how it is. Yeah, they are religious based, and you know the Islamic religion is very strict. It's very strict. It's very clear about gender roles. Let's just say that. But that is crazy. James, thank you so much. And you know, everybody be, oh, I want to go to Dubai. I want to go to Dubai. Oh, I ain't even that. I ain't even that big over Dubai. Oh, I want to close out the show with these last words of wisdom from Styles P. He is so dope. Leave it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this woman getting charged with yelling over in Dubai. Who wouldn't know? They would hate the East Coast because we always yelling. I'm going to close the show with Styles P, words of wisdom. Here we go. Shout out to the hip hop wolf.
There's no one more important than you, beloved. I don't give a fuck what they have. I don't give a fuck how much they have. It doesn't matter how much fame, how much money, how much influence, how much power. It doesn't matter. They are not more important than you. Stop making celebrities, rich people, wealthy people more important than you're making yourself. Look up to yourself, impress yourself first, the most, and then you're gonna be all right. That's just facts. Like, people keep tending to make people who have more than them more important than them. If you do that, then you're gonna make the people who have less than you less important than you. That doesn't kind of make sense. You're the most important person in your life. Remember that. You know what I mean? Everybody came into the earth most likely the same way you came into earth. They breathe, eat, shit. They get cold like you do. They get hot like you do. They sweat like you do. All of that shit. So stop letting these apps make people more important than you're making yourself. That is a very unhealthy thing to do. There's no one more important than you, beloved. I don't give a fuck what they have. I don't give a fuck how much they have. It doesn't.
I love the locks, period. I love Styles P. I just love the locks. I love me some Jadakiss because they just down to earth. They not super Hollywood. And they grinding, they giving back to their community. They got their smoothie shots. Jadakiss got his coffee company with his father and his family. You don't hear a bunch of mess about them in the news. I love Styles P and his wife. Oh, I forget her name, but she got some beautiful chocolate skin. They were on marriage boot camp. You know, they're trying to hash out some issues because they lost their one of their children to, you know, taking their own lives and stuff like that. So they work through that on the show. But what he's saying is facts. Don't make anything or anyone more important than you taking care of you. Love you first and foremost. Be confident with you. I want to send y'all with those positive words because we get caught up in all the social media, the hype and everything, and we forget to be grounded, to be true to ourselves, to love ourselves. And I just thought this was a nice way to close the show, you guys. I appreciate all of you joining me. I do. I appreciate all y'all thoughts. James, thank you for that story. Please go over to a lot of my favorite YouTubers. I always try to shout them out. I love Sparkle. I love AT2. I love the Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. I love Royer's World. I love Speak With Your Girl Marcella. Yvette says she's dope. This is what it's all about. Sharing is caring. It's enough for everybody to go around. I love Larger Curves. You understand? I just got love in my heart. You know what I'm saying? I don't. It take too much energy to spread hate. Seriously, it take way too much energy to spread hate when we can spread the love. All right. So please make sure y'all hitting that like, subscribe, and that bell button so that you can be notified when I update content to my channel. Leave comments. Please leave comments. Let me know what y'all think about these topics. These are real live issues that we need to talk about. We need to have honest conversation about. And to all my haters,
And I wanna say thank you in case I don't thank you enough.
I love y'all too. I embrace my haters, okay? So I appreciate y'all joining me. I hope all of y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. And if nobody told y'all that they love you, I love you. I'm sending all the love out there. And make sure you love yourself back. Give yourself a big old hug. So until next time, Naughty Crew, I'm out. 1.